The most exciting day in sports!
It's game time
With the best recipes.
the best fuel.
And the best grill.
It's time for the big game
At the
recteq.
What's up, recteq family? I'm Chef Greg, and we're going to show you the ultimate big game snack food. Smoked pretzels and beer cheese. The best of both worlds. Something salty and crunchy, and like cheesy, gooey, delicious. We'll get this party started. I've got 2 cups of warm milk. We're going to add that into the mixer here. And if you don't have a mixer, don't worry about it. You can definitely do this by hand. Not going to lie, I'm a little bit lazy. This is going to do all the hard work for me. We've got 6 tablespoons of brown sugar. And then 2 packages of yeast, everybody in the pool. And we're just gonna let that sit for like 5-8 minutes or so. Let that yeast activate, start to get all bubbly and delicious. Now, if it doesn't bubble, you've got dead yeast. You gotta go to the store, grab some fresh yeast, and try again. So we're gonna let this go for just a couple minutes. We got pretzels and beer cheese, people! All right, our yeast is nice and bubbly and activated. Now it's time to start making these pretzels. We've got 4 tablespoons of softened butter. We're just gonna kind of like add in little clumps of that. We've got that softened butter in there. Now smoked salt. You guys have heard us talk about smoked salt all the time. Set your recteq on low, grab you a good hearty pellet like that Kingsford hickory pellet. Let it smoke for a couple hours. Super tasty. We're gonna add a couple tablespoons of that smoked salt in there. Yeah, I measured that. All right, we're gonna add about 5.5 cups of flour here. Recipe calls for 6, but we're going to add 5.5 because depending on the level of humidity in your area, it might change just a little bit. And you can always add more. You can't take it away. We're going to go ahead and raise this up. And unless you want a flour shower, people, start this on low. Let that dough hook do the work for you. Open a beer. It's almost kickoff time. All right, we're going to test these pretzels a little bit because it's pulling away from the bowl a little bit. But if I feel it, it's just a little bit sticky to my hands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 1/4 cup more of that flour. So in total, we've added 5 3/4 cups of flour. And again, the recipe calls for 6, but you might be off up or down a little bit based on the humidity in your area. Now we're going to need this. That's going to develop some gluten and structure to our pretzels. So we're going to let this go in that bowl for about 5 minutes or so until it's a really nice elastic ball. Our dough ball is pulling away from the board nicely. The bowl. But I like to get hands deep a little bit because you know what? Good receivers like to feel the ball. We're going to finish this on the board by hand. You can see it's not sticky. Super, super great texture here. And what it's like nice and elasticness. It's got some good firmness to it, but it's not wet, it's not dry. So when you knead, very simple, you're going to take the heel of your hand here and push down. And then you're going to pick up, flip over, and then turn. Kind of all in one motion. And basically what you're doing is you're going to make a nice uniform dough ball. Okay? And if you wanted to, you could even shape it like a football. Take your friends to go out for a pass. Jody, you ready? Hands like an angel. Make sure it's good and clean. A little bit of olive oil on the bottom. You don't need much. Just kind of roll this around. Cover this with plastic wrap, a nice warm towel. Put it in a warm part of your kitchen for about 45 minutes to an hour until it doubles in size. And kind of looks like this. Look at that. God, that's called mise en place, people. So again, you can see how much it's going to rise, and it's going to almost get like a real soft, pillowy texture to it. And I'm telling you, like, it smells delicious. So we got one for now and one for later. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and flip this out. Oh, man. Okay, and if it sticks to your board a little bit, just grab a little bench flour. Kind of do one of these. What we're going to do is, this is going to make us a good bit of pretzels. So we're just going to kind of shape it out. And you could use scissors, you could use a knife. we're just going to cut them into strips. Okay? These will be our pretzel rods. What we're going to do is we're just going to roll these out. These are actually long rods. Alright, to give these pretzels that pretzel sort of crust on the outside, it's really simple. We're going to take a couple cups of warm water, just like that. A couple tablespoons of baking soda. Okay, just kind of get in there and it'll dissolve. And then all you're going to do is take your baking sheet, and I like to brush it with a little bit of butter on the bottom because who doesn't like butter on the pretzel? Pretty sure most people. So then we're going to take our pretzel rods, we're going to dip it into that warm water and baking soda mixture and just lay them out on that buttered baking dish. And then while the pretzels are still kind of moist, you can take that butter again, just kind of a little bit of butter on the top, that smoked kosher salt. I mean, if we got that smoked salt in the pretzel, why can't we put it on the pretzel? We got that RT340 burning those delicious maple pellets. We got that thing fired up and preheated to 450 degrees. These are only going to take a couple minutes. Okay? I got more pretzels to roll out, but I can go ahead and get these cooked. See you at the recteq. These pretzels, I'm telling you, baked to perfection on that RT340. Look at that texture right there. That's what you want. Golden brown, delicious. Ready for that beer cheese? I'm ready for the big game. How about you? Make sure you like and subscribe to recteq and Kingsford YouTube channel for more amazing content like this.